Previously on the Stars of Huzuz.
What is this? I don't want this.
It's a loop.
This is a lullaby. My family sings all the damn time.
You must be, Rubban.
I am in the peak of health. I am in a better state now than I have ever been.
Can we not save Rubban? There has to be a cure.
I cast magic missile.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
See if there's a hatch door, maybe.
You know what we should do, though, real quick? Burn this place down.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, dear listener. Welcome back to the Stars of Huzuz, brought to you by the Troubadours. My name is Ben Brady. I am the DM. So glad you're still with us on this journey. Things are just getting interesting. Let us pour one out for dear Rubban as we continue to search for these pieces of the orrery of the Wanderer. I hope you're following us on Instagram by now. There's so much awesome content coming out all the time on our social media. Check out the description below for the link. Let's go ahead and say hi to that fabulous adventuring party.
I'm Emily Blair, and I play Sir Reginald Wellington III.
I'm Ashley Marie Robillard, and I'm also Selene Nightshade.
My name is Jessie, and I play Charla.
I'm Haas, and I play Beetle.
I am Philippe L'Esperance. I am playing Gilbert Heatherington.
I am Jacob O'Shea, and I play Billowby Fiddlefern.
My name is Tom Lynch, and I play Kailu Yingwye Gwestedir.
And now, without further doo-doo, avanti all'avventura. I'd say it's easy enough to find where that entrance was. Maybe there's, a piece of roof that's collapsed onto it, but with some heavy lifting, you could get access to that basement staircase again.
I cannot lift things.
Me either.
I literally cannot.
I think Gilbert actually has really good strength.
I'll help.
Okay, thanks, Beetle.
Sure, athletics maybe?
18.
Reggie uses his great glutes and just
hello.
Just squats the whole thing up and then throws the big piece of
Glutes of steel
roof off of it.
Beetle is still attached to it when he throws it.
Good flavor.
There's the entrance intact.
Great. Oh yeah, God, I hope there wasn't a set of keys or something on him that we needed to unlock some doors coming up.
If it's wood, it just burned anyway.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can I make an Arcana check to make sure there's no seal on anything or anything like that?
Ooh.
Sure.
Any traps?
Traps?
Literally,
Sure.
every single Dungeons & Dragons meme ever be like, how do we open door?
Can Reggie help look for traps because he likes doing that?
What roll would you want to use, Reggie?
Investigation.
Sure.
But traps!
Hi, your Arcana roll?
My Arcana roll was 13.
You don't see anything inherently magical around, but you get the sense that, for this guy to be such a avid collector of things, the collection around the outside of his house and inside was not that impressive. Maybe there's some more magical objects downstairs.
Okay.
I love loot.
And what was your roll, Reg?
15 for traps.
You don't see it that there's any traps, but you do get a little bit suspicious. You're in the desert. Going deep underground means you're going underneath a lot of sand, which is not the best place to be traveling underground, and there might be cause for concern in the structural soundness of whatever open spaces you find down below.
Everyone, we should take great care because it is sand and it could shift. I'm a little skeptical of the structural security of this tunnel and whatever spaces are beneath it.
Can Beetle use his tunneling expertise to take a look and see if it's sound?
Sure, so survival maybe?
All my dice suck.
Dice jail.
Dongle. 13.
With a 13, you're a little bit skeptical to start digging. You'll remember even, must have been a day or two again in Adventure Time, but you tried to sort of mold earth the sand and didn't have a great success in doing so.
Yeah, I couldn't get purchased.
And you feel like trying to tunnel through this, it wouldn't create that nice structure that you were able to do in the, the mountains of creation and in the Huzuz region as much. So you're also still a little unsure.
Please let me go in beforehand, before you, to assess everything.
All yours, Reggie.
I will go first.
So some of you begin progressing down the stairs, is that right?
Yes, Reggie kicks in the door.
We're going as a team.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move you to a map.
Let's go. Map time.
Oh, pretty. There's things and stuff. I love stuff and things.
It is, of course, dark as you first descend. Those of you who can see that there are lots more piles of junk and things. Some things that are a little bit more glittery and interesting, more of a diversity of objects. Definitely a juicier part of Rubban's collection that you start to see.
Go and touch every single thing in this room.
Okay. Start over here. Just work my way through. Hi, Beetle.
Oh, hello.
Okay, how about you make another roll then?
Uh-oh. We're gonna find something down here.
Oh, that's a 7.
Even with a 7, because you walked right over there, you see kind of in plain sight this interesting looking doll.
Oh. Oh no.
And,
what does it look like?
I guess it actually kind of looks like a teddy bear, a teddy bug bear.
Okay.
Aw.
But it seems to be a wondrous item of some kind.
What?
With a poor roll such as that, I won't tell you what exactly it does, but you have a feeling maybe that this is a special magical thing. It's been repaired by Rubban carefully, and the magic is hopefully restored into it.
Okay. I'm gonna go over and touch it.
Famous last words.
My lord, that is inadvisable. What are you doing?
Hi. No.
What happened? What I missed?
How about you do another Arcana on the doll?
Okay.
Oh, no.
Dolls are scary and bad.
Have we not seen Cabin in the Woods?
That's a 13.
With a 13, you think this is a pretty common, wondrous item. It is a talking doll.
Oh.
Absolutely not.
It doesn't have a consciousness of its own, but you can spend time teaching it phrases during short rests, and then it can repeat those phrases.
Hello there.
What's the point? What's the point?
It also has a pull string on it.
Oh God, what has it been taught? Join us, the circle.
It might be. Or it might have recorded something from before.
Ooh, give it a pull. I love toys.
I pull it.
You hear, I have completed the repairs on this doll.
Oh.
I will add it to my collection here. Another wonderful treasure for my... What was that?
Oh no.
Oh no.
I think I heard something. A crashing noise in the corner. What? What is that?
Oh no.
And that's all.
No.
Drums in the deep.
They have taken the hall.
So my guess he was staring in front of here, turned around in the corner.
Oh God, it's like a video game when you literally do it and then there's something there. I don't like this. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Reggie is gonna draw his sword, and seeing Kai, knowing that Reggie has sworn himself to protect Kai, he's gonna just step kind of in front of him, being like, "My lord, what are you doing?"
Reggie, can you help me inspect this corner? It might give us some answers.
How about another investigation check from Reggie?
14.
Celine's gonna be kind of in this direction while they're doing that.
Beetle will go with Selene.
With a 14, you listen to the recording as well. It sounds like maybe it was the sound of glass breaking. You don't see anything glass in this corner, but you also notice there's tall shelves and things. You could progress further north and maybe see more of what's in this room.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of looking for any good shit to take. Selene is like, is there anything useful over here? Like some really sick magic item?
How about a nice investigation from you, Selene?
Beetle would like to look for more jars because he's running out. And more string.
I got a 16.
Hell yeah.
With a 16, you walk by this tailor's workspace with these, string and fabric, and you notice some perhaps interesting looking an outfit.
Oh.
It is, it's not a particularly powerful. It's called Clothes of Mending. It's kind of a nice dress. It kind of looks like also almost elven and formal, and it mends itself to whenever it takes damage.
Whoa.
Oh, that's cool.
Will magically repair itself. So it's something that also Rubban had to restore. It's definitely magical. So you can have Clothes of Mending in the appearance of elven dress.
Okay.
That's so silly.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
If anybody's prone to ripping their pants.
Looking good always.
Any jars and string?
Jars. How about you do an investigation as well?
16?
With a 16, you do find some interesting jars. One indeed that is seems to be well kept in a shelf, and there's an interesting kind of yellowy, mucusy color to it. How about you roll an Arcana on that?
Oh, you're coming home with me.
11.
With an 11, you think it's super goopy and perhaps magically goopy to the point where its goopiness might have a strong effect.
I wanna touch it.
Okay.
Oh no.
So you stick your finger in the jar, is that right?
Just one of my nails.
Sure.
Beetle.
Must be like magic glue.
Selene goes from looking at Kai exasperatedly to looking at Beetle exasperatedly, just being like, okay.
Oh, look!
Reggie's like, Kai, stop walking away from me.
We have to keep in a V formation.
Well, that's what we do. We're wanderers. We have to find out what it is.
Gilbert's being like a kid wandering away, not paying attention.
That's how kids get lost and abducted.
Yeah, it's super sticky, and once it's removed from this container, which kind of seems like a magical container as well, it starts to dry as if it's kind of some sort of adhesive.
Cool.
Great.
After about a minute, Beetle, the hand which has sticky stuff on it that perhaps you are holding the jar in it, you are now having a difficult time getting that jar out of your hand. It seems to have glued itself magically and quite powerfully to your hand.
Beetle?
Guys,
Frankly, this is hilarious to me.
Well,
Can I, is there like an antidote or something on the shelf next to it? Like a little vial of like nail polish or something?
Solvent.
How about another investigation?
Glue be gone.
there's too much hair, Bob. Too much hair all over your butt.
Sorry, that's a terrible, terrible Teddy impression. I'm sorry, what do you need from me?
Another investigation.
Ay vey. 3.
Uh.
I'm a little distracted, I think.
With a 3, you finally notice a label above the bottle that says, "Warning, under no circumstance let this substance touch your flesh. Powerful adhesive, only very strong magic can remove the bond of this sovereign glue."
Man.
Sovereign glue.
Does it have a spell that I
You'll
have?
need universal solvent, or oil of etherealness, or a wish spell.
Oh my.
Nothing else will detach this from your hand.
That's
Hilarious.
so fucking fun.
That's what you get. This is your comeuppance for touching stuff.
Ben is finally sick of
your antics.
my shit. And so now
I didn't stick your finger in the bottle.
I needed to know.
And now you know. You fucked around and you found out.
And now you have a bottle of a magical vial of yellow mucusy sovereign glue in your hand.
Forever.
Well, you'll have that for easy access.
What was the ethereal one? Ethereal oil?
Oil of etherealness.
If only Beetle remembered that in his dreams he goes to an ethereal realm.
That's so fucking funny.
If only he did.
This is a conundrum.
Wow.
Yeah, every so often Beetle's just gonna kind of like shake it to get it off.
All right. Keep exploring.
You're used to being covered in sticky stuff. You'll be fine.
It's like a dog trying to scratch at the cone.
Uh-huh.
How
Yeah.
hopeless.
Mm-hmm.
Gilbert wandered over here looking for anything like connected to the Dendar cultists, like his parents.
Always.
You're not over that yet? God.
There's just a giant portrait of Gilbert's parents hanging up in
Way to
this.
beat the first time.
He also has the tats, so it's like constant reminder.
Yeah, it's very, yeah, I
Yes.
get you.
So, can I do a religion check?
Yeah, you can do a religion check.
That's a hard 9.
Hard 9.
With a 9, you do not sense anything related to the cult of Dendar in this area. But you do, as you come around this corner, you see this kind of little greenery area, this kind of like botanist's station.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Where there are jars of different interesting cactuses and things. You notice some of these jars are broken.
There's an eyeball.
And there is red fungus that is emitted from some of them. And Even as you come around this corner, perhaps your mind link tingles again as an eyeball on one of the plants turns and looks at you.
Uh-oh.
No.
Well, so much for surprise.
Can I mind link with it now?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna keep my distance. Gilbert will see this, maybe like dash around to the corner and like peek over these things.
That's so cute.
That's really cute.
And just like mind link with it and just see if I'm able to.
You feel like you are connecting to it, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try to follow that to the source on this plane of where the source of the infection's coming from.
Okay. Yeah, I would say you feel certainly only the physical presence of that and maybe some of the slightly more advanced spores in this little area. But in terms of connecting to a consciousness, you feel it is indeed vast, that it reaches all around not just this greater area of the Bishop's Teeth, but really across the continent of Zakhara and really even out into the stars. You can sort of feel that is how vast the circle is.
Pretty big circle.
Uh-oh.
As you do that, the consciousness feels you probing around, and you hear it say, much knowledge we can share with you. Secrets of who you are, how you came to be. Join the circle, and we will give you answers.
I've trusted a creepy voice before, and it didn't go well. So I'm gonna say a hard pass on that. Guys?
Yes?
Yeah?
And we're all coming over.
Yeah, way to go, kiddo.
We got an eyeball, and it wants me to join the circle.
Say no!
Say no!
I did!
Disconnect your mind link!
Yeah.
I've already done that.
Great!
Okay, good boy.
Good.
Good boy. You're learning.
Excellent job, I shall give you a lolly later.
Do we got fire or anything to burn it?
Who has fire?
Reggie wants to look at these maps.
How about an investigation?
16.
With a 16, yeah, mostly maps of areas in this region, Zakharan maps, some of them maybe even a little bit outdated to things that you have studied or, not quite as accurate. As far as anything particularly interesting, you don't see anything magical collectible in the pile of maps, but you do notice next to it a sort of decorative mask sitting beside it.
Don't put that shit on. It'll
Stick to you forever.
That kind of gives you the impression that it might be magical.
There might be some magic over here. I don't know. I don't have magic. But to someone who has magic.
And in fact, it kind of looks a little bit dragon-like in its face. It's like a fine porcelain with draconic sort of features.
Oh.
Reggie's nightmare.
Would Kai know anything about this?
How about you roll on it, Kai?
That's a 22.
With a 22, you do identify this as a headband of intellect, although even though it's technically a headband, it's right now in the form of this porcelain draconic mask.
Cool.
Kind of white and sparkly. While you wear it, your intelligence score is 19.
Ooh.
What?
Fuck.
If your intelligence is already 19 or higher, it has no effect on you.
Ah.
That's cool.
This is a good item, Reggie.
Is it? I don't like the way it looks.
Why did I get the jar of glue?
This one enhances your intelligence to the umpteenth degree, so it makes you far smarter. Or anyone far smarter.
There has to be consequences to this.
Well, no. Other than putting the mask on.
Well, who could use feeling smarter?
A little too late, I think.
I'm smart enough, thank you, though.
What would Beetle be if he was smarter? That's a little scary.
Yeah.
It is terrifying.
That is actually scary. It's like Gremlins 2 with the Brady gremlin.
What?
Have y'all not seen the seminal classic Gremlins 2?
I would say Kai does do dragon shit.
Yes, but I don't know if I could use it.
Are you already pretty smart?
No.
No.
I'm more of a charismatic creature.
I could be smarter. I have an intelligence of -2.
What? Then yeah, you take it.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Yes.
What are you
Kai
talking
gives the mask to Charla.
Crazy.
This might help with your memory issues.
This
as
might
well.
fix your memory issues.
I've never seen the memory issues as a problem.
Really? Because most of us have.
Really?
Okay.
Because we've gotten into a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, your intelligence is now 19.
Yay!
People are spicy today. say.
Can someone tell me what this is?
It's glue. It's sovereign glue.
It says you're fucked, essentially.
Unfortunately, you're not getting rid of that jar anytime soon.
Yeah, you either need, like, ethereal goop.
Or universal solvent, or we need a wish magic.
I feel like he has to have something here.
I would like to cast locate object for universal solvent, because I think I can only do like one object or something at a time. So hopefully he has that one, and I don't have to burn another slot.
That universal solvent is a wondrous, legendary item that is not in his collection.
See, I feel like you shouldn't have the glue if you don't have the solvent. What is this guy?
You know, it's a really, really good point.
I'll investigate for the other one. Just kidding, it's a 4.
Well, it's like when you have to buy your shampoo and olive oil in the same week. Like, you can only afford one.
This is the oil of etherealness you certainly don't find, Reggie.
Selene will sigh deeply and try to look for it, too.
Right, another investigation.
Sorry, guys. I really should learn to not just put my hands in anything I see.
Yeah, why are we not giving you this mask of intelligence?
That's what makes you you. I got a 14.
Yeah, with the 14, you kind of look in that whole area where there's all these jars of goops and things, and you don't see oil of etherealness. I'll say you probably conclude it's not here. But it is a potion. It's a rare potion, so maybe a potions dealer might carry something like that.
Potion seller.
Okay, then I at least am like, well, on the bright side, theoretically, one of these things should be purchasable. If we end up having to, I don't want to use the word waste, but if we end up having to waste wish on getting jar off of hand when my sister is actively fucking missing, I might lose my goddamn mind. And I just want us all to know that right now. I just want to say this out loud.
Totally understandable. And honestly, you know,
Kaya's just nodding slowly.
I only really need one hand, so, you know.
You're about to only have one hand for a while.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't really use this one.
On the bright side, you can hit someone.
The other hand does 1d4 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, it's so funny.
All right. Well, this is an insane thing that happened to Beetle. I don't really know what to do now.
It's so funny. I want fan art of Beetle with the jar hand so badly.
Done.
What has happened?
Man.
Can I do a perception check to see if there's any dead things?
Yeah.
Any dead things?
Gil is on a fucking mission, and I respect the hell out of that.
Yeah, Gilbert really wants
the ADD is strong right now.
Lot of shit going on.
Oh no. That was a nat 1.
Oh no. The dead thing finds you.
And here I was just trying to make an undead best friend, you know?
We don't make undead best friends, honey.
Yeah, so it's what alive friends are for.
Exactly.
With a natural 1,
Oh boy.
you feel sort of this breath of death leak down from the hallway to the north, and it certainly intrigues you.
Oh no.
And you are going to be curious about whatever it is that's connected to that, perhaps beyond reason to explore.
Oh, don't be curious. Stop being curious.
Hey!
Oh no.
Guys, I think there's something over here.
Wait, Gilbert!
Don't go without your chaperone.
Gilbert, come back
The
here.
buddy system.
Come back here.
The buddy system, Gilbert.
No, you will not have a lolly.
I have a lolly for you.
Stranger danger, Gilbert.
Come get the lolly.
Can I jump over that and try to head him off?
I'll say he gets to about here, and if you want to try to stop him from going in further, you can make some sort of, attempt to do so.
I would also like to do an acrobatics check and, somersault. Oh, 7.
Uh-oh.
That is a nat 1.
So, Charla, as you pursue, in the dark, I might add, you pursue Gilbert down this hall, you are running and you feel a squash on your boot as you step into one of these big red spores, which puffs up into your general direction.
No!
Hold your breath.
Make for me a Constitution saving throw.
I don't want to.
Oh no.
9.
You cough as some of these red spores get into your nose and mouth.
Gilbert, I'm not babysitting anymore.
God Damn it!
Selene has basically a mask of scarf on her face at this point, and as she goes by Charla, just like aggressively hands the thermos.
I think Kai would be right behind Selene.
Selene, did you roll to try to stop Gilbert?
Yes, I got an 18. Also, when I gave the thermos, I also gave my potion of night vision, which will give Charla an hour of basic night vision should she choose to use it.
Nice. Nice little cocktail.
Yeah, for real. I have a little mixologist kit. I'm just like shaking it.
Celine, you did reach Gilbert and perhaps put a hand on his shoulder to, caution him, and he trusts you certainly enough to stop and not amble forward without considering what's ahead.
Reggie's gonna say, I am concerned about the structural integrity of these tunnel systems, and, of course, these spores that we now have. Shall we perhaps leave? Or do you want to continue?
I don't want to continue anymore. Somebody go get Gilbert and let's go.
From what we know, there is a piece of the Ori down here, probably, and it's worthwhile to keep investigating.
Charla, if you've popped that potion, how would you feel about, I don't know, maybe doing some stealthy shit in there?
I can be stealthy as hell, because I got stealth. I got stealth for days,
I see.
She says confidently, about to roll a nat fucking 1, probably.
Hell yeah.
21! I might be stupid, but I'm stealthy as hell.
Excellent. Did you put the mask on?
I haven't put it on yet. Did I put it on?
Probably should put it on. Probably should put it on now.
Is the consensus that we are going to continue on in this tunnel system exploration?
Yes.
I just kind of want to see what's down the hallway at this point, and if that bites me in the ass, it bites me in the ass.
I mean, we've got to find this stupid thing.
I sense dead things.
Okay.
As everyone is walking down this hall, can I cast a create bonfire on the eyeball in front of me?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll just burn, I don't know. I guess I could go first and burn as we go.
Yeah, if we were going to turn into arsonists, this is definitely the time to do it.
Yeah.
You can definitely do that, though, Beetle. Sort of continue your controlled burning.
Just make sure everyone has masks on.
Great.
Yep, put the masks up.
Yep.
Yeah, as long as there's no other, pressure, I can just assume that you're doing this in a controlled manner as you progress.
Perfect. That's what Beetle will be doing, one-handed, as he continues to try and shake this jar off.
God, this is good stuff, you guys. If we ever do need to stick somebody to something, this is going to be great. We'll just have to, use a stick. Stick. Use a
Beetle, set yourself on fire.
It's good because the ceilings are now, being encased with glass because of the heat.
Oh, cool.
Now we're fucking cooking ourselves.
Slowly roasting.
If the ceiling is, in fact, made of sand.
Yeah, it's like sand rock, at least, in the basic structure. Probably gets sandier as you get deeper into the walls.
Right.
Sandstone-ish.
Charla, you're wandering into the, you're sneaking around up there and scouting out.
I sneaky.
How about you make a perception or investigation if you're the first in, Charla?
I got a 16 for perception.
Then you see in this larger under part, which you feel like when you descended into that first area, that was under one of the teeth, and you feel like as you progress north, you're under another one of the teeth now.
Okay.
This one is filled with skeletons of giant creatures. They appear a little bit reptilian or even dragon-like. At first glance, they obviously are long dead. Their skeletons been down here for who knows how long. Fungus has made its way around and into the ribs and joints of many of these skeletons. In addition, there is part of that sandstone wall that is a little bit collapsed on the east side. It looks less stable, and it looks like sand is actually spilling into the room.
Oh, that's not good. So I feel like I would tell everybody to be cautious when entering this room, because I have perceived this.
Shouldn't have so many thunder things prepped.
Stick to the left side of the room.
Let's go this way.
I'm gonna follow Selene.
Sure, so you'll make your way into the room.
Yeah, I'm kind of close, walking hand in hand with Selene.
I am protecting both of you guys.
Yes.
So I'm going, immediately after Charla with my sword ready.
How big is this room?
It's 85 feet by 85.
Can I inspect the bones for any, treasure or old scales that might be still intact?
Sure. Investigation?
Okay, that's 14.
With a 14, you don't recognize these types of dragons. They might be something a little bit unique to this area.
Okay.
They're, like I said, old. They might be as old as these structures. They are covered in this fungus, and in such a way that the fungus has sort of ingrained itself into the bones a little bit, that you're a little bit skeptical now, knowing that what the fungus has learned to do, and are excited that Beetle is continuing to burn these bones, clearing away all of this fungus.
No fighting skeletons today.
Mm-mm.
Please, no.
Yes, this was a good idea.
Can I do a perception to see if, like, they might be, like, part humanoid or...
Yeah, how about a nature?
That's a 4. I know nothing.
Yeah, you're excited about the dead bones, and you want to engage with them, and again, you're kind of being held back by those with a little more caution.
I want to touch the dead things!
No!
Don't touch the dead things, Gilbert.
Reggie smacks his hand.
I totally get it, buddy. I totally understand that.
Sorry, it's Beetle in the background. I totally get it.
Okay, I promise we'll get you some dead things soon.
Burn, 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 burn.
Burn, 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 burn.
Well, I'm going to keep walking until someone tells me not to.
You make your way into this next area.
Hello. Goodbye.
This area is fairly clear, except on the south side, there's a lot of this fungus clustered. There, it seems to have gotten underneath this large vault door. And there is a cactus nearby in that room where you first observed the plants that Rubban had been collecting. It's a lot of weird exotic desert life, so cactuses for sure. It seems like something cactus related. It got to an advanced state in this. And has and it made its way in this direction and underneath this door. In the middle of the room, you all see this obelisk type thing that has different symbols on it, and it looks like you can interact with this object. There appears to be a series of symbols on the face of this obelisk, including a bull, a camel, a ghost, a wolf, a genie, a lion, a familiar image of a vulture, and an eagle.
Oh my god, it's like Fifth Element.
And I will show that to you.
Oh, these are familiar.
Ooh.
Oh.
The birds. I'm fucking cackling.
The bird.
Bird. We all need to get this tattooed on our bodies.
Wait, remind me, what is that bird from again?
It's from a gang that we met in the desert.
That's right.
After the Jamal Oasis, after we left.
Right.
Oh yeah, we kicked those dudes' asses.
Yeah, we did.
Let's get that tattooed in our ass cheeks.
No.
So those of you who are looking, and I'm happy to go back to the room or whatever, but those of you who are first glancing at this obelisk in the middle, you see this appears to be some sort of puzzle.
So the bird goes with the bird, and the thing goes with the thing.
Helpful that we got a mask of intelligence.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I have that!
How about you put it on?
It is interesting, though, that we have, like, a ghost, because there's a ghost at the pools, the clan of the lion, and this is from the gangs that we saw in the desert. I wonder if there's a correlation between the images and places that are important to the items.
Yeah, perhaps.
There are 4 teeth, aren't there?
Yeah, there's 4 teeth.
Yes.
There are 4 teeth.
And there are 4 spaces.
Can I, like, go through my bard training of, like, different cultures and see if I remember learning anything about the 4 pyramids being associated with any particular, like, ruling factions in the area?
Yeah, I think you can make another history check. Once upon a time when we were first crossing the bay, you kind of did a general roll like that. But how about you do another history check now, Selene?
Looking for something more specific. Oh, that's a 7.
Yeah, you've studied a lot of places far away. You're just not super familiar with the, tribes and subsects in this particular area. It's just not where you've focused your work and your research. So you kind of feel like what Gilbert said might be on the right track. These are clearly things that you are associating with things that you know about or have seen before around here.
Okay.
But no significance beyond that.
Great.
So I have my mask of intelligence on now.
Charla announces to the room.
We look over to see just this dragon mask on. Like, oh.
She's super smart.
Reggie goes, ah!
But Jesse has a dumbass question in that if I roll a perception check, it is not affected by my intelligence, correct?
That's right. Perception's wisdom, but investigation or history or arcana are intelligence-based.
So I'm going to do an investigation then. 15?
Yeah, with a 15, you ascertain as much that these symbols are correlated, probably a lot of them to tribes of the region, which none of you really know a whole lot about exactly. But you believe that you have to, in the bottom 4 slots, insert these tiles in the correct order in order to solve this puzzle.
Excuse me, can I just quickly check to make sure this isn't a weapon or anything? Can I do like an arcana or something?
How about another investigation, specifically making sure it's not dangerous or a trap or something like that?
Please, God.
I feel like you're asking from past experience, Ash.
Maybe. That's gonna be an 18.
You get the sense that there is, like I said, this sense of uneasiness in the structural integrity of this whole underground area. That big old door to the south needs to be opened in a specific way. If it's forced open or cajoled open in the wrong manner, it might disturb the integrity of the walls around you. In addition, if you feel like if you are unsuccessful a certain amount of times in trying to solve this puzzle, it might be connected to
the door,
the walls around you, or the door, or something that it might start to try to trap you somehow.
Okay, I convey that information, and then I say, well, what if it's asking us to put in the people who are in charge of looking over the orrery stuff?
Yeah, the wolf, the lion,
the witch in the wardrobe.
But then there's no real. I might be wrong. I gotta say, I'm terrible at puzzles.
Do we think the people in Raziz are the camels because they had camels?
I like that though.
The people of Raziz might be camels. There's also the tribe of the lion. The
bird folk.
These guys were a tribe. They were bad guys.
And they seem so unorganized. It's wild to see them here.
Right?
Ben, did you say that spore down at the corner, is that the same one that made its way under the wall, or is that a different? Because also I noticed on the main map, like, it looks like there's a lot of spores coming from out of the vault. So I'm like wondering, like, could I mind link with that spore to be like, do you know anything? Because they also
stop doing it.
No.
Stop mind linking with the spore.
Stop asking the spores for help.
They're just gonna keep asking you. They're not gonna give you any information.
All they're gonna do is say, "Join us, Gilbert. Come on."
Technically, this is an inside thought. We can't discourage him.
This is an inside thought. Yeah,
it's true. Yeah, it's true. We can't do anything to stop him.
I was like, maybe because they seem to want me before. I could like fake bargain to get an answer.
I don't think that would happen.
Is there around us? Is there any kind of symbology or any kind of is there writing on the wall? Is it like freaking like Skyrim puzzle? Like you have to move it either like it's a hawk or like.
I remember that level.
You remember this?
Question for you all: could the spores be coming from that door?
That's my thought.
Oh,
because here's my evidence to support this. The one that we haven't been in, I'm guessing, is the one that is covered with red glowy shit, and that to me says, "Hey, these are the spores." And I feel like it used the tunnel system to travel.
Using tunnels for evil. How horrible.
Truly dastardly behavior, I agree.
Do we think I could charm the whole circle?
No.
Charming the entire circle? Well, they are of one mind.
I mean, I did have a thought that that's what the Talisman of Tehran will be used for, is to, like, mind control the entire circle.
What if the cultists are planning to, or what if Satara is planning to take, or what if Alira is planning to take the Talisman of Tehran and use it on the circle so they can control it?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I have these deep thoughts sometimes.
And as he's saying that, he has both of his feet around the jar and is pushing his hand, which is just like pushing his like arm way too much.
But yeah, anyway, I was also thinking maybe this puzzle is like the people we met first. Like, I don't know how it would know that, but like if we put it in the order, the people we met first.
That's an idea.
Yeah, I didn't think it was right either.
No, it's not bad.
I was thinking that I could enroll them so that Gil could ask for the puzzle answer.
I just love that we're still asking this evil entity from the stars for help.
Hey babe, what's the password?
Yeah, exactly.
We would be great as a team in an escape room in real life.
Oh my god.
That would be a lot of
that
fun,
would be
actually.
so great.
So funny.
Can you imagine?
I would be so overstimulated. I'm down.
Same.
Just deep breathing.
Because I get a feeling if we get it wrong, the entire room collapses.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I also have that sinking feeling.
I got the vibe that, we have a few tries.
We do have a few tries.
But
I think maybe we should dumb it down to, like, what is it not? Can we exclude any of these choices?
I don't think we've met a bear yet or heard anything about a bear.
Agreed.
No, I don't think so either.
How about somebody roll a history on that?
Uh-oh. Ben's like, uh-oh, my players have forgotten everything.
Did we meet a bear and we forgot?
Charla, you're wearing the mask.
I got an 11.
I got a 17.
I'll say, Beetle, you remember this bear symbol. When you all first arrived in the high desert, the first thing you came across was an overturned caravan.
The honey bear!
Oh, the honey bear.
And upon that caravan was the symbol of a bear, which you deduced was one of the tribes of the desert.
The honey.
So we know the bear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Bear, lion.
Bear, lion, bird, camel?
Yeah.
Which bird?
I mean, it could also be the wolf if, like, Asgwin is somehow...
I was thinking the wolf for some reason, and then you have the tribe of the lion, and then you have the tribe of the bear. We're missing one more tribe.
The bird.
I think it's the penguin tribe, yeah.
The penguin.
Okay, but is it then in the order of the way we met them?
That's a bit subjective.
Well, yeah, but we're the most important people in the universe. Everyone wants to be our friend.
Oh my god.
Right, if that's the way, it's the bear, it's the bird,
No, the bear, the lion.
the lion,
The
and the
bear, the
camel.
lion,
The bird, the camel.
Weren't that tribe that tried to attack us, like,
after the Jamal.
after Jamal Oasis? Okay.
Yes.
Let's try it.
We got multiple chances at this.
Okay.
We don't know if we have one chance. Maybe it's like literally like a sands through the hourglass kind of thing.
Who's Vishnu?
Yeah, that's a question that hasn't really come up yet.
Can I make a history check on that, maybe?
I got a 19 history.
Thank you, 19 intellect.
Because I have the intelligence mask on.
Something about wearing this mask perhaps gives you a little bit of knowledge you didn't have before about the region and the history and this location in particular called the Bishop's Teeth. The teeth were named after the teeth of a creature called a Vishap, which is some sort of kind of desert dragon creature that obviously has teeth that resemble this.
And bones. Maybe in the other room.
Learning.
Oh, interesting.
Ben, are these like tiles or are they like buttons?
They're like tiles that can be placed into the square slots on the bottom.
I don't know if it's going to be investigation or something. I want to basically see if there's any like fingerprints or anything like on any of the tiles that.
Smart.
Valley Forge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I want.
You hit the L 2 times.
I want to see if there are any fingerprints or anything residual, like that certain ones have been touched before.
Dusting for fingerprints.
Yep, dusted for
You
fingerprints.
find Ben Franklin's glasses.
Looking to see if there's anything like, oh, this one has definitely been touched and used before, so we can at least like eliminate the rest to see if we're on the right track with our theory.
I'll give you an active perception if you'd like instead of an investigation on that.
Okay. That is a nat motherfucking 20.
Yes!
Yay!
Finally, someone rolls something good!
So 28.
All right.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Beetle just kind of stands there with the jar against his face, like pondering.
I do love pictures.
I think I'll say with a natural 20, I'll probably pretty much give you the answer,
Sweet.
Great.
which involves and it's apt that you, Allie, make this roll, because your theory is actually correct.
Yes!
The order of the tiles
Of how we met.
is indeed in the order of the experience that you came across these symbols.
Okay.
Ah, fuck yeah.
Fuck
that we
yeah.
perhaps have
Cool.
seen.
Oh my god.
I knew it!
So it was the
Bear.
bear.
Yeah, but did we have experiences with any other, like, with a genie or a bull or a hawk or an eagle.
But we can only say we know for a fact bear, lion, penguin.
And camel. We met a bunch of camels. We killed Bessie.
But do we know Raziz is a camel? That was me just saying maybe.
Oh.
It could be the eagle, or it could be the hawk.
So you all, Beetle, you recognize, from the bear in particular, that these are more than just symbols of animals. They are indeed the exact shapes of the emblems of each tribe.
Got it.
Does anybody remember the tribes besides the lion and the bear? We get those guys, but
I'll offer up one more thing with these collective history rolls and whatnot, and then I'll maybe have you guys just have to take a crack at it.
Okay.
Which is Nadia Umfadela is of the House of the Eagle.
Ah!
Okay.
Oh.
There we go.
She bore that insignia.
Even though she's a cat.
All right.
So,
Bear.
bear.
Lion. Penguin.
Vulture.
Eagle?
Is the penguin a vulture? The penguin is a vulture. Then she's an eagle.
Excellent.
The penguin is a vulture.
All right, we do it. We do that.
Yeah, as you insert the fourth tile, it seems for a moment the indents, they all sort of lock in as if they're sort of being detected, and then each of the borders of grayish stone glow slightly yellowish white, as if each tile does indeed fit in these correct slots.
Well done.
And you have solved this puzzle. As you do so, this door will, without disturbing the integrity of the walls around it,
Yay!
Excellent.
Cool.
slowly slide open.
Cool.
Yay!
Way to go, gang.
The plants nearest the door have not been cleared. We were considering keeping them alive. There's a large chamber to the south of you. We've started initiative order because you hear perhaps a noise from beyond the door that could mean that every choice from here on is time sensitive. We'll start this combat. Reggie,
Yeah?
you are first in the initiative order. The door has opened.
But we still have to burn things?
The debris by the door has not been cleared, including that little eyeball that's just been watching you.
Can I give my spot to Beetle to burn it first, just for this round?
You can hold your action
Okay.
and say, once that is cleared, I will sprint forward or whatever.
Then yeah, once the icky goo is cleared from that, then I will enter the room.
Gilbert.
I'm just gonna use this action to move a little bit closer. I'm just gonna go up to here in ooh, door opening. Kid fashion, really curious. I wonder what's in there.
You still technically have an action. All you've done is move.
Can I hold that action?
Under what circumstance? That the way is cleared?
That the way is cleared, yes.
Sure. So next is Charla, followed by Selene.
I think I'm gonna back up. I think I'm gonna be a coward and back up a little bit, actually.
Great.
And go back this way while somebody braver does the burning. And I'm gonna ready my short bow as an action. Would anybody be able to magic some fire into my short bow?
She's gonna try and make a flaming arrow by wrapping some cloth around her arrowhead and then using her tinderbox and stuff to set it on fire.
That is what I am doing in readying my short bow.
You're using your action to set an arrow on fire. So how about a real quick sleight of hand? I'll give you sleight of hand on this.
Okay.
She's really cool.
Yeah.
23!
How about you roll a d6, and that's how many arrows you can have with fire on them.
Nice.
I forgot you could make fire without magic.
So you managed to get 2 arrows that are flaming and outside of your quiver, and that you're able to load and fire on a future attack.
Hell yeah.
But that's your action. Selene, then Beetle.
So I am gonna go here. As I travel in that direction, I'm gonna take a look through the door, just so I can establish the point that I'm gonna be looking at.
Okay.
Then I'm going to here. I am going to cast Slow.
Oh.
What the fuck is that?
I alter time around up to 6 creatures of my choice in a 40-foot cube within range. Each target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be affected by the spell for the duration. An affected target's speed is halved. It takes a -2 penalty to AC and dexterity saving throws. It can't take reactions. On its turns, it can either take an action or a bonus action, not both. And it can make only 1 attack if it takes the attack action. An affected target repeats the save at the end of each of its turns, ending the spells on a success.
Holy crap.
It's badass.
It's a good spell.
How about you give a quick perception as you get in place to do this?
That is a 23.
Nice.
Ooh.
Okay, nice. So what you see glancing in the room is indeed the trail by the door continues in, and then it kind of reaches a series of different cactuses that are covered in this red fungus. You can even tell the walls in here are covered in the fungus. And these cactuses, as they kind of cascade further south, deeper into the room, they get taller by 5 feet. So there's 5 of them in here that kind of go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet is the tallest one. And you do indeed see an actual figure, which you'll definitely identify as a creature. So how about you can decide that creature for sure will make the save. And then you can kind of direct the area at those other cactuses, which have really advanced fungus on them that maybe you can't see what the creatures are yet. Does that make sense?
100%, yeah. Then I will target the sort of 5 shapes I can discern, and I just won't target the 6th.
Okay, great.
So their saving throw is unfortunately just a 14. Godspeed.
I'll say all you can notice is that the big figure on top succeeded.
Okay, fine. I did what I could. And then I'm just gonna, be behind this pillar for a minute. I'm going to look at Kai and be like, great puzzle solving. Wink, bardic inspiration.
Hey.
I don't think Kai did much of anything but Selene can't really think of what else to say to inspire right now.
Sounds good.
All right, Beetle.
I'll cast create bonfire.
So you can choose a 5-foot cube to clear with that.
I'll clear one of the things in the doorway, and then it just stays there.
I'll draw a little bit of fire. It'll just clear automatically 5 feet, but that it will continue to burn for a minute, right?
Concentration up to a minute.
Perhaps over time that fire will spread, but for this round, it's just that 5-foot square that's burning. As your turn ends, you hear from deeper, and then,
Wow.
That was really terrifying the way it cut out, and so it sounded like it was at a distance.
Yeah. That was really terrifying.
Calculated.
Did anyone else hear that super spooky scream?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
Okay, just checking.
I think.
After that finishes, the closest cactus that's 5 feet high will molten a little bit, and out from these more advanced spores will appear these mushroom-like faces.
These fuckers.
Familiar to anyone who was in the Golubdur's lair, these are myconid adults, and they will begin making their way down.
Don't let them touch you.
Oh no. Mushroom people.
What are those?
One of them moves a little bit slower, you can tell, whoever can see.
Okay.
Affected by this concentration slow from Selene.
Nice, we love that.
They're sort of shambling down towards you. That's it for their turn. So next up, Kai.
Kai is just going to come around the corner right here and cast True Strike on the cactus eye to see if you can get any more insight about his weaknesses. But now I have advantage on my attack rolls against the creature. But I'll just stand there and wait for my next turn.
I'll say, in addition to you, mechanically getting advantage, you know that these things, the eyeballs are pretty easy to just take care of.
Yeah.
It's whatever is growing and in a more advanced stage beyond this little corridor that you have to be concerned with, for sure.
Right.
We're going to the top of the round, so anyone who held their action, if there was anything you wanted to do before the round ends, you could do that now.
I will run over to Charla, grab her oil skin, grab it, and then on my second action, I guess, start of the round.
Yeah.
I'll stand right here, right in the line of the fire.
Before you chuck, Gilbert, is there anything with your held action you would want to do as Reggie's grabbing the oil?
I'm gonna sense the impending doom.
Good kid.
And I'm just gonna cast False Life at the 3rd level. And essentially, I bolster my health, the necrotic facsimile of life. So at the 3rd level, I would get 1d4 plus 14 added to my health. So I just rolled a 4 plus 14, so 18.
Wow, okay.
18 health points.
So I get an additional 18 health to my 67.
Oh my god.
It's I start glowing red, and then there's just a red aura around me with the extra health and such.
Cool.
Sick.
Neat.
Nice.
So now you can proceed with your plan, Reggie.
Cool, I'm gonna chuck it down the hallway.
Nice.
How about an athletics?
Okay. 25.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, with a 25, you're able to hit the fire and have it crash and splatter, and so flaming oil will splatter south into the room and not quite reach where the enemies are, but certainly start to set fire to some of the spots within.
Excellent.
So that's all really hot burning, not just magical, but now oil fire.
Yeah.
Bring me wood and oil.
And now, Gilbert, it's your turn in the next order here.
I'm going to move there, and then at a range of 30 feet, I'm going to cast Blight on this guy. Gonna cast it at the 4th level. That would be 31 damage.
Do I make a save?
Does he make
Constitution save of 16.
Jeez.
This myconid just collapses into a brown, mushy pile of...
Ooh!
Yay!
Absolutely dead.
Beautiful.
We love it.
Beautiful.
Gilbert sees the flames getting a little closer, so he's just gonna back up a little bit as to not get spores and such.
Good job, Gil.
Thank you!
Wonderful.
Next up is Charla, followed by Selene.
I've got my flaming arrow locked and loaded. I'm gonna come next to Reggie.
Hello, milady.
Hello. I'm gonna draw my flaming arrow. I'm gonna go for this one.
How about you take that attack roll?
22.
Nice.
Nice.
That'll hit for sure. Roll some damage. 13 piercing. How about you roll a d6 of fire damage as well?
Boom.
2.
The mound you shot at, you don't see anything actively moving right now, but if there is something still alive that's trying to unfurl, it definitely will take that full 8 damage, right?
Yes, I'm gonna try and cut off any potential.
And I'll set that mound on fire as well.
I'm looking ahead.
Selene, then Beetle.
I am gonna go right here so I can see this guy, and I'm gonna test my theory and look at the myconid and say, you keep saying that we should join your circle, but you are all such squares, and is casting vicious mockery.
Oh, burn!
Burn!
Nice. Got him with squares.
Terrible. Terrible.
Wisdom save of 14.
I will fail.
Nice.
Ooh, burn!
So many burns today.
I got double 4s, so it's gonna be 8 psychic damage.
All right.
And this is my theory. I'm like, what happens? Does anyone else get hurt?
Good question. It's not evident right now. That's all I'll say.
Okay, fine. I'll take it. And then as a bonus action, I'm gonna look at Reggie and say, great toss, Reggie! And then I'm gonna go right back behind this vampire.
Thank you, milady.
And that's a bardic inspiration for you.
Thank you, milady. He does a flourishing bow.
Beetle, and then the things.
Alrighty, so the fire spreads.
Yeah, the fire will spread. It'll go here for sure, this diagonal, and the eyeball will indeed get consumed in fire as well, and its eyelid will close as it shrivels up.
Fantastic. I am going to drop my concentration on that, and I would like to conjure some animals.
Yes.
What I'll say is the fire you started will
go out, but the regular fire will stay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does.
Through the fire and the flames will carry on.
I would like to conjure 4 fire mephits.
Oh, baby.
That's so smart.
What do they look like?
They are weird, dripping, evil pixies that are just their whole bodies are fire, and they're carrying little fire torches, and I just want them to fly around and breathe fire.
Fantastic.
Ooh.
Let's pull them on then.
It's like the Chris Farley bulls all over again.
That's it.
They're little kind of impish creatures. They just kind of look like even smaller beetle.
Yeah.
With wings on them.
Exactly, and they're just dripping in fire. Okay, so I can summon them up to 60 feet away from me, so I'm going to do that. They get their own initiative order. They don't go with me. Can I pull out my torch and light it on one of these fires?
How about a nice bonus action DC 14 sleight of hand?
Oh, how's a 16 do for you, bucko?
Ah, hell yeah.
All right, so you got in your one working hand a torch.
Oh, shit. I keep forgetting.
Blue in one hand, fire in the other.
Oh, no. Okay, fantastic.
Nice.
Next, you'll hear,
Help, please! Somebody help me! Ah!
Who the fuck is down here?
Who the fuck indeed? Only one way to find out. We must hold hands and continue to listen to the stars of Huzuz, brought to you by the Troubadours. My name is Ben the DM. Thank you for joining us. See you next time on the adventure.